Okay, happy May 6th today. So yesterday we read a Newsella article about Shakespeare, and today we're going to do my favorite sonnet of Shakespeare. I love this sonnet. And a lot of people think of Shakespeare as this really like stuffy, doesn't isn't kind of cool, just kind of stuffy poet from the old age, and what are we going to learn from him today? And a lot of people think Shakespeare is hard to understand, and I get that. But I'm going to tell you something with Shakespeare: the more you read it, the more you understand it. It's just the way it is. And Shakespeare is definitely meant to be read out loud. He's not meant to be kind of like put away and not read out loud. I was really sorry we couldn't go see Shakespeare this year. We've gone every year to see, Shakespeare shorts at the Chicago Shakespeare Festival, but you guys went last year. So I'm excited you got to see that. And it does get easier to understand as long as you kind of stay with him. So today we're going to do Sonnet 130, and you're going to do this assignment that I've done every single year, and this is one of my favorite assignments. We're going to do it today and tomorrow, and it will be due on Thursday. So you're looking at Wednesday and Thursday, and it will be due on Friday. So this will be your assignment Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. I'm going to read this to you because Shakespeare is meant to be read out loud, and I don't want you to get confused as you read it. So let's start. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Sonnet 130 by William Shakespeare. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts be dun. If hair be wires, black wires grow out of her head. I have not seen roses damasked red and white, but no such roses do I see in her cheeks. And if some perfumes there's more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music has far more pleasant sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love is rare, as any she's belied with false compare. Okay, I could hear it. I could hear you guys going, Miss Kay, I don't understand. Well, there's a few things you have to understand about Shakespeare to understand this poem. Let's start from the beginning. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips are red. So you have to understand what sonnets were back then, especially during Shakespeare's time. People just wrote sonnets after sonnet. Like we have kind of like love songs, right? And they were cheesy. And people like, Shakespeare was just tired of it. He had a love of language, and he was really sick of the cheesiness of sonnets. So people would sit there and compare, a woman's lips to coral and red. A mistress's eyes. A mistress is just a girlfriend in this case. The girl would be, her eyes would shine as bright as the sun. And it talks about her breasts and how they were so white and her hair was like beautiful. And Shakespeare's kind of taking this and twisting it around. He's saying, like, my mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. The red in her lips is not really red. And if snow's white and her breasts are kind of like this dark, like off cloudy colors, if hair is her black wires grow out of her hair. And he goes on and he sees, how they say rosy lips, and he's like, well, I don't see any rosy lips in her lips. And it goes on and talks about how her breath is and how her voice is. And they used to talk about women and how they like lightly treaded walked and almost floated to make them seem like godly. And he's saying his mistress isn't like this. Now, notice how a sonnet has all these wonderful lines, and then the last two, Shakespeare turns it. And in these last two lines, he turns this whole idea because you think he's putting down his girlfriend, but in the last two lines, he changes it around. And I'm going to challenge you to think about how he changes that. But this is my favorite assignment. So, what you're going to do with this is you're going to take each line and you're going to put it on a piece of paper. And let me show you what classes have done in the past. I don't remember where this is a class, but I love these because you could see that you're going to take some lines and you're going to draw the girlfriend and what she looks like compared to Shakespeare. So you could see how some people have taken these lines. So you could take a white piece of paper, fold it in half, and on one side, I want you to write the lines, and on the other side, draw the mistress like he does. Or you could do it like this person did, where you could just kind of walk around and use that as your idea of what the mistress looks like. So I want you to kind of like look at this as an example, but I don't want you to follow that. So I'm not going to post this picture, but I really want you to think about that and think about what does the mistress look like or the girlfriend look like if you would read these line by line. And then for each line, for instance, if you were going to draw her lips, you might want to make them like a very bland red or something like that. And then next to it, you could point to the lips and put coral is far more red than her lips are red. So that's what you're going to do. This is due Friday, and I can't wait to see them. Please take a picture or make it into a PDF. And I can't wait to see what they look like. This is one of my favorite assignments. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys at chat. All right. Bye, guys.